How's it going, guys? Trickster here, and I thought I'd give you guys a quick update on where I'm at with OSCP. I'm not exactly sure what week this is, probably like 10 or something. It'll say in the title of the video. But yeah, we're here. We have about a week and a half until our exam, so really narrowing down. Let's see. I'm taking the exam a little bit early, scheduled it a little bit early on, intentionally, because that way if I do fail it, I still have lab time for a couple more weeks until it expires, so I could take it again, keep working on the labs and stuff. But so what I'm doing right now is I'm really focusing in on finishing the last few questions of the PDF guide, and also, you know, some of the stuff is like I took the screenshots for it, but I didn't actually do the write-up yet, especially when it comes to those 10 boxes. I only did a write-up on like 2 of them, but I have the screenshots and everything for all the boxes I've done so far. But of course, you only have to do a write-up of 10 boxes. So yeah, I'll be working on that. So I'm just trying to get everything done this week in terms of like all the extra stuff, so the lab document and the lab machines that I owned, the 10 of those, because I really want to make sure that I get the extra points, because I feel like I'm going to need every point I can get. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that. That's the priority this week. I did get a box today. It's pretty cool. So that puts me only at 23, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of slowed down a bit at the end. I was doing it like 5 hours a day, then I end up bumping it. I end up doing it about like 2 sometimes, some days, hours a day. Probably closer to like 3 hours a day mostly. But I wanted to do 4 to 5. But every day I did work on it, I will say, at least. I didn't really have days where I didn't do anything at all, so that's good. But I wanted to spend more time, obviously. But for right now, and I did go back and do a few boxes that I did in Metasploit. I went back and did them manually, so that was cool. But right now, it's going to be focusing on completing the lab guide first and foremost. Second to that is, and I did go back and review the buffer overflow, so that was also good. But yeah, so right now my priority is in finishing the lab guide, and then also looking into that other subnet, because I did own a box that was dual nicked, so I need to try to pivot with some port forwarding and stuff like that, or some SSH tunneling rather. So yeah, I'm going to try that as well. Plus I have some questions related to that in my lab, lab guide or whatever, that, you know, I can do that and kill 2 birds with 1 stone in that regard. So I'm going to do that as well. Let's see what else. Something I was going to say. Oh yeah, and just exploitation in general is something I need to work on. So like editing exploit code to, you know, basically doing things a manual way. Get a little bit better at that. So continuing to work through, pretty much my goal is to hopefully all the boxes that I did the Metasploit way, I can go back and do the manual way prior to the exam. But we'll see. Obviously, number 1 priority is just get the extra points. And I need to reread the rule set just to make sure I'm very clear on, because I've heard of people losing points for like stupid stuff. So stupid is in, not stupid on OSCP's end, but stupid on their end for like, they could have easily got the points, but it was something small they didn't do, so they missed out. So I don't want that to be me, definitely. So yeah, and if I need to extend, you know, if I don't pass it this time and I don't pass it next time, we're going to extend a month or 2. But yeah, just taking everything one day at a time, trying to just trust the process, follow the process, and not attach it to an end result too much, not dwell on some end result too much. It's all about the journey. So yeah, just a short update video here, not anything too long. Later in the week, I'll try to get another one in. just to keep you guys up to date. But probably nothing too exciting is going to happen between now and then for me. It's mostly just going to be me cleaning up some loose ends and stuff, if you will. So, yeah, I was thinking about doing one day where I kind of simulated the test environment because it's going to be a 24-hour test. So I was thinking about going at boxes, for like freaking hours on end one day, like 12 hours or something, like I would do if I was actually taking the test, 16 hours or something crazy, just to get myself in that sort of simulated environment. And it was just a thought that I had. Obviously, before I do that, I need to get all these loose ends taken care of. But if I'm able to do that and I do have some leftover time, I might consider that. Obviously, I don't want to do that too close to the exam date because then it might actually fatigue me a bit, which would be counterproductive. But if I finish the loose ends with like a lot of time to spare, then this is something I'm going to look into doing just to really help simulate the environment, get me some experience, I guess, or even mentally prepare myself for this, because this is something I haven't tried before. I had never had a 24-hour exam. I'm sure most people that have taken this have never experienced anything like that, so that's going to be a challenge all on its own, I feel like. But yeah, it'll be interesting, and I'll be posting another video here in a few days, so check back. Hopefully I can make it decently interesting, exciting, but it seems like some of you guys enjoy watching these videos anyway, so that's cool. I hope you guys are gaining some inspiration, motivation, perhaps inspiration to pursue the OSCP yourself, or if you're already pursuing it, maybe a little bit of motivation to stay the course. So yeah, that's it for this week. Pretty short video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update, and I'll see you guys in the next one.